All right, here we go. DL Hughley, welcome back to VladTV.
What show? 2026.
2026.
Yeah.
Sounds crazy when you say it.
This year, it was LA was on fire.
Yeah, it was a mess.
This time it's raining. I mean, it was a lot of rain. We must have did it looks like Revelations these days.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
Better than fire.
It beats the alternative. That's
right.
Sure. Last year, this time we were both trying to see if we get insurance.
Yeah, I actually just renewed mine today.
Yep.
Yeah, for a second there, I thought my house was
in March.
Yeah, I thought my house was going to burn down with no insurance. That was a stressful couple weeks.
I remember talking to you.
Yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, a lot has changed.
Oh, yeah.
A lot has changed.
It's still the same. It's all the same.
Well, on the world front, things are a little bit crazier. The president of Venezuela, Maduro, was arrested by Trump and brought back to the United States where he's awaiting trial.
Right.
Are you surprised?
No. I mean, everything that he's doing right now was in Project 2025 and the Monroe Doctrine. There's not a thing. Anybody who is surprised is either an idiot or obtuse, but he's doing virtually everything that Project 2025 said he would. I just think that I just can't how nakedly hypocritical he is. You release one foreign leader, Latin foreign leader, who was convicted of smuggling hundreds of pounds of cocaine, and then you arrest another one. I just think that everything he does is so duplicitous and so self-serving that it's hard to take serious. Right.
You're talking about the Honduran president.
Yeah.
Juan Hernandez.
Right.
He was locked up in the same jail.
Same thing. So you want to stop drug dealers by pardoning drug dealers.
Why did he get pardoned?
Because he could. Probably because he had a couple of $1 million to give him. Probably did. But you telling me that you're worried about Americans dying of fentanyl. Well, first off, everybody knows fentanyl doesn't come through Venezuela. It doesn't at all. But it comes through China and Mexico.
Right.
But it's amazing how this by. He is an imperialist. He wanted Venezuela. But the thing that's interesting is not working out like he thought it would because the charges, the thing that they are supposed to have used as a mandate for arresting him wasn't even on his charging documents. So they didn't even have, the other thing is that he supposedly bombed this country because he was dangerous and he was a thug and there was violence. But those very things won't let Venezuelans come here. So you'll bomb them to save them, but you won't let them escape and come here. All of it is just because he wants to do whatever he wants to do. And primarily, I think it's to distract from the Epstein file. I wonder how many black and brown people are going to die just because this dude is looking more and more like a pedophile.
Well, they're saying that the dancing videos that Maduro was doing where he was mocking Trump, that was like the final straw.
Right. Yeah, but that's not a prelude for war.
Right.
That's not a prelude for war. I mean, so people mock you, you're a world leader. They threw a shoe at George Bush. They used to burn him so what are you talking about? He's a petulant child with a whole lot of power and no one to stop him.
Well, here's the thing. This is not the first time that we've arrested foreign leaders.
Sure.
Saddam Hussein in 2003 from Iraq, and then Manuel Noriega from Panama in 1990. You and I are both old enough to remember these events.
But the difference is that they went through the Congress to do it. He didn't just wake up one day and there were I don't agree in interfering in other countries. Saddam Hussein, they under the pretense of what we talked about this the last time, under the pretense of weapons of mass destruction, they invaded that country.
Right.
And they went both to the Congress and the UN and did it. So there was an entirely different thing. But I think that what is the same is that, and you had all these people on the right talking about they were going to be greeted as liberators. And George Bush landed on an aircraft carrier and said mission accomplished. And then IED, there are about 35,000 amputees and concussed and soldiers with military men with concussive brain injuries that would beg to differ as to whether we were greeted as liberators or not.
Well, China and Russia demanded the return of Maduro. I don't think that's going to happen.
I think his case is falling apart.
Really?
Yeah. It doesn't. You charge him with something that you can't prove he did.
Which is what, drug dealing?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're supposed to be after him for fentanyl. Fentanyl don't come from there.
Yeah,
At
but
all.
drugs do. Some drugs do.
Yeah, but you got to prove he was a drug dealer. You can't just say that he was.
Well, did we really prove that Saddam Hussein
No, not at all. But
did all the stuff that we claimed before hanging him?
Listen, I'm not for. I think that anybody who voted for this guy because they thought he would be peaceful is an idiot. But even the Congress, like I think that we've committed war crimes. I think that you can't just go blow people up indiscriminately, like shooting people that are in the boat. That once you shot them once and they're waving and helping you do it again. There's a reason that they don't want us to see those videos. There's a reason they're doing it. And although the Supreme Court has held that he can't be held liable for something to do, the International Court don't believe that way. He asked for the ICC to give him immunity before he did all this. So he must know something's going wrong.
Okay. ICC is what?
The international, it's the International Committee. Which we're not a signatory of. But that doesn't mean, let me tell you something. It's a lot of people that can't leave places that are and land, like Netanyahu can't go certain places because he'll be arrested.
Right.
Donald Trump, he fears the same thing. Some of these things you're doing right now is war crimes. You can't just take countries because you want it. I want Denmark. I'm gonna go get it. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, Greenland. That's the newest one.
I go Greenland. I want. Who's to stop you from taking Canada and Mexico besides them? I'm gonna blow Cuba up. What are you doing?
Well, there's a standing army that usually stops these types of things, but Greenland doesn't really have an army, from what I understand.
It doesn't. But what is it? This is imperialism. And,
yeah, I know.
And no one is stopping them.
I think some people actually like it.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know how it serves the people who are starving or the people who voted for him so that their economic prospects would be better. I don't know how any of the things that he promised these people. Are their eggs lower because Greenland, because we're close to Greenland, is their lot in life better because Maduro's arrested?
Yeah, I don't know. This is new territory because you're right.
It's actually old territory. It's not the first time we've invaded the country under false pretenses and didn't get what we wanted.
Right, no, but what I'm saying is making a unilateral decision without checking with Congress, without checking with the United Nations.
Bombings are different. But when you invaded a country, they've always, this man, even though I think Saddam Hussein was wrong-headed, and it's always been for the same, I don't care if it's the Gulf of Tonkin, I don't care if it's Iraq, I don't care if it's Iran, I don't care if it's Venezuela. We lie to have an effect, get what we want, and it never turns out the way we think it should, ever.
No, you're right, because we invaded Iraq, we also invaded Panama.
Yep.
That's an operation.
And why do we invade Panama?
To remove Noriega from power, driven by his deepening involvement in drug trafficking, cocaine, money laundering, his disregard for democracy, annulling elections, and threats to U.S. citizens, and the Panama Canal.
Right, but it also was a false flag, or it was a false flag operation too. Whenever your poll numbers go down, bomb somebody black or brown. And they learned that from Margaret Thatcher, who did that to the Falklands. This is just what we do. Donald Trump is doing all of this because we're supposed to see the Epstein list. And every day he comes up with something to stop us from doing it. Every day. And it's so painfully obvious. But he is, the funny thing about it is, I'm not saying it's all white people because we had pedophiles too, but our pedophiles didn't have resources. They didn't have an island, private jet. Our pedophiles just waiting for your mama to fall asleep. You know what I mean? Surprise, surprise. These motherfuckers. They
just have rich pedophiles is what you're saying.
Yeah, it must be they're the most powerful people on the face of the earth. We know who it is because we know who it ain't. These men are powerful, and I think that they believe that a lot of people in governance, a lot of people in industry, it would probably probably have some significant impact on the way countries are governed and companies are run. These are very, very powerful people.